Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your fearless leader.
You got it, dude.
Let's go.
All right.
And here we go.
Welcome back to the Here We Go podcast. I am Trent Ging. You all know the world famous DMC3. Gord, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
No Colin tonight. I think Colin's still recovering from the news of Mike McCarthy being the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes. Hopefully he's not up in the rafters of the Fort Pitt Bridge somewhere.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a little bit, obviously, on the Steelers Sanctuary podcast, but we've had a little bit of time to let this thing sink in. Are you feeling any different now than you were when Saturday's news broke? Because I'm not.
No, I'm still angry. I don't want to be, but I am. I'm just, I don't, Vaughn, but I just, I don't know, dude. Like, they just, like I said, I was so reliant on them to go with a young guy like they've done since 1967. And I thought it lined up perfect to go get one of these young guys that could, change everything that needs to be changed with this franchise moving forward. It needed updated badly. And I thought, okay, this is what they do. I can't remember if it was you or Dave I was telling. I thought this was going to be 92 all over again, where a young Cower, only the offensive version of it, or Shula, okay, defensive version of it, comes in, rejuvenates the team, and they become what they needed to be successful moving forward, to actually compete for Super Bowls. Because that's basically what happened with Cower when Cower took over for Noel. And then we started going to AFC Championship games and competing, and then going in the 96 season, losing to the Cowboys. But like, that's what I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be 92 all over again. But no, that's not what happened. Art Rooney II and Omar Khan and Andy Weidel and Dan Rooney and the whole group there decided to change 59 years of history. So, or 57 years, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't understand why they went away from this, but like, there's so much that's just come out since the hiring that's got me like scratching my head. Bob kind of was on this thing from the jump. I mean, he was the first person to bring up that Khan and Weidel and McCarthy had all worked on the same staff for the Saints. Didn't know that going into it, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't even know. Like, it's so weird that we went this direction, because you had two young guys who were up and comers, and even one of them like wasn't that established as a coordinator at all. The second one's a passing game coordinator. Like, he's not even an OC or a DC. Like, that's exactly who we've targeted in the past, and we didn't give him an in-person interview. Like, that part to me is still just blowing my mind that we didn't even give them an in-person interview. And of course, now these I mean, Pony's the one I saw put it out there, so take it with a grain of salt. But like, saying that Shula bombed his virtual interview, and then another person said Scheelhaase did too. Are you buying that?
No. This is Rooney propaganda, dude. Like, they're on purpose doing damage control because they know it hasn't been taken in a positive manner. So they're like, hey, let's just float it out there. Oh, those virtual interviews didn't go real well. I'm sorry, dude. When you're saying that guy's the next Sean McVay, you're going to tell me he's going to bomb an interview? Come on. Shula, you're going to tell me that guy hasn't, like, under McVay, doesn't know how to interview? Like, really?
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it a bit. This is damage control. That's exactly what this is. Shador Pro Bowl Bob is a
God
genius.
damn it, Bob. We're trying to have a serious discussion, Bob, okay? We're having a serious discussion about the future of the franchise here.
Anyways.
Oh, okay. I didn't see this, Adam. So he's saying Tone Diggs said it before Pony did about bombing the interviews.
He did.
Yeah, I missed.
Also, McCarthy does work with Pat McAfee and that whole Tone Diggs and our whole crew. So again, I wouldn't put it past for them to put it out there too, since they're boys. So I'm not buying it. So yeah.
I mean, how dare wait? I know Vaughn's joking about this, but let's bring some serious thought into this because.
Oh yeah, you want to bring it serious? Yeah.
Hold on. Listen, we were going to cast this wide net of all of these possible coaches that we were going to interview. Wide net, the wide net. We were going to interview all kind of people. Was that ever serious? I mean, we interviewed like 5 coaches, and we were like, you know what? Fuck all you guys. We're taking the guy that we just met down the hallway for an hour because we've known this guy for decades, and he's always a guy after all.
They literally made sure they did enough to satisfy the Rooney rule and took McCarthy. It's been McCarthy the whole time. That's who they wanted. They wanted him.
I can see the chat's going to try to turn this into a whole different conversation.
If Shador can make the Pro Bowl, Howard can win the Super Bowl.
Oh, Bob is coming in strong.
They bombed the NFC Championship.
Boxing, you're 100% right. McCarthy was always a guy. That's the end of the story right now. Like this, all of the bullshit that we talked about, this entire took about a week and a half. It feels like for this thing to come through to fruition. It was always McCarthy. There was nobody else that was even on the table for this organization. Like, that became apparent.
Yeah, that's who they wanted. Period. To not even give these young Rams guys a in-person interview, like Jesus, that to me just says a lot. But
they had, I think their first date after this NFC Championship game to interview was Tuesday. You couldn't have waited till fucking Tuesday. It was Saturday. It's 3 days. You couldn't have waited 3 fucking days to interview either one of these guys in person when they're not. Oh, by the way, when they're not trying to make a Super Bowl run, you couldn't have waited 3 days until like the season's over and say, "Hey, how would you like to be the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Let's see how you interview now."
Those guys are kind of busy trying to win Super Bowls. So
yes,
apparently that was too much to wait for, to go get guys that are actually competing for Super Bowls. Not a guy that no one else wants. Like literally, no one else wants him.
Somber way to bring your name's appropriate for this comment right here. Very somber moment right now.
Yes,
because we're all going to be in our feelings 5 years from now.
I got a question for you though, because I'm seeing this get brought up, so I'm kind of curious as to how you feel. Is this still an upgrade over Mike Tomlin?
I don't know if like in terms of coaching, if it's an upgrade necessarily. It was a needed change either way. And from that perspective, it's going to play out better than probably with Mike Tomlin still had if he came back for another year. And this is the thing. We've been saying for a long time that this team just seemed like either the messaging wasn't getting through. They lost the games that they should be winning. They didn't always win the games they should win. Like that's the thing. Mike Tomlin was he was past the point where you keep a guy like that in the building because the motivational stuff wasn't working anymore. Like he would get him up for the big game, but then by the time the playoff came, there was just it fall apart all over because you can't motivate more than what the playoff is already going to be bringing to the table. Like you can't get up any more for that game than what it's already going to be bringing about. So his great thing about it, like his biggest thing, goes out the window. because everybody's ready to fucking go for a playoff game.
I'm basically with Somber that, yeah, it's going to depend on like who he brings in defensively to be the coordinator, because it's really different for us now. This is a whole different thing because now it's an offensive guy. So now the defensive coordinator actually matters when they used to be just a puppet for Tomlin. So now, yeah, the DC matters. It matters who he brings in. So Tomlin didn't
I
want
will say
coaches
this.
by himself.
I
Yeah.
100% believe that the coordinators will be better under McCarthy because his history, his lineage with coordinators, they're definitely better than what we've had.
Yeah.
He's not going to hire the guy that nobody else wants to hire anymore,
Right.
ever again.
And that's,
I mean, even we talked about Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith could get another job in the NFL. He went to fucking Ohio State. Like, I love Ohio State, but why are you leaving the NFL when you've never? I don't remember him ever coaching in college.
That's
Did he ever even start in college?
I don't know.
I don't think he's ever coached college.
But for him to go from last year being offered a head coach position in college at what, North Carolina?
Yeah.
To now you're just taking an offensive coordinator position in college. That tells me everything I needed to know. So
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we're gonna go get a defensive coordinator that like is up and coming, like I kind of want to see. I don't want to see one of these other dinosaurs at the DC position. I want to see a young guy. So if I see that, then I'll feel better. Of course, we're not going to get like, they're not going to bring in like. My dream is at least Scheelhaase gets brought in to be the OC or something like that. That'd be like my dream, but I know that's not going to happen. So like, but yeah. So I don't know. I'll say this. I think offensively it's going to be better than when Tomlin was here, but it's still also going to depend on how many analytical guys is he allowed to bring in? How many different coordinators besides just offense and defense coordinators is he going to be allowed to bring in? It's going to depend on the size of the coaching staff too. Is he allowed to have a big coaching staff that could, or was he hired for one of the reasons that he said he wouldn't need a lot of extra coaches? Mm-hmm. So, but it could be better. It could be.
So let's talk about this because the chat's already brought it up about 3 times that I've seen so far. How much of this hire truly is that this, whether it's true or not, this thought process that he is this quarterback whisperer and he's here to develop the next quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Because I don't know. I mean, did Aaron Rodgers need grooming?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could go the opposite way. He's had Aaron Rodgers. He's had Dak Prescott. Who else has he had? I'm trying to think of all the other quarterbacks he's had. There was the third one. And the point was made that, and he only won one Super Bowl 15 years ago. Like, do you look at that in a positive manner or a negative manner?
I think they just hit a home run with both those guys. It says he's worked with, obviously, those two, plus early career work with Brett Favre, Rich Gannon, and Alex Smith.
So,
I mean, he was quarterback's coach under Brett Favre, offensive coordinator. Aaron Brooks. Oh, I forgot about Aaron Brooks.
Yeah.
Just in general. Rich Gannon, he was the quarterback coach for Kansas City when Rich Gannon was there. Offensive coordinator for Alex Smith when he was with San Francisco. I don't know. I think Mike McCarthy is a solid offensive coach. Is he a quarterback whisperer like these guys who are, say Kyle Shanahan, who basically quarterback proofs his entire fucking offense? Is he that guy? I don't think he's that guy because Dak has had continued success after McCarthy left the building. And I mean, we talked about this before. I didn't see Dak being the guy that he became. Most people didn't. That's why he was drafted where he was drafted. But like, clearly there was something about Dak that worked, and it's continued to work since McCarthy left. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that dude, he's a first ballot Hall of Fame guy. Like it doesn't matter who the coach was, as long as the team was okay around him, he was going to lift that team up no matter what. He was going to be successful. So I don't know. I just don't think. I don't think he's this just quarterback guru that you bet a franchise on, like we just did for a 5-year contract.
No, I just did think that his offenses have done well.
Yes.
And that's what I'm willing to believe. Not he's a guru or whisperer. I think that's kind of an exaggeration. But, I mean, when you land like one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I guess I could say I think that we'll do better with him is we'll put up some more points, which has been the issue. But will it be the opposite now where the defense is the one that struggles and can't fucking stop teams, which we see half the time with Tomlin's teams in the fucking playoffs anyways. So
yeah. I think Pun brings up a really good point here, though, because he definitely will hire. And I actually saw Jim Shorts tied to being a potential candidate for our DC.
Oh, you mean like if Cleveland doesn't pick him?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I like him. I think he's a good DC.
He's a very good DC.
Now, he's older, but he's done pretty well. So that's one where I wouldn't be upset since he's been successful literally. I mean, look at the Cleveland Browns defense, right? One of the top ones in the league. So, yeah, I'll that one there I wouldn't have a problem with.
Johnny's not going to be here.
Johnny's so gone, Vaughn. He is gone.
I do think, unlike Tomlin, he will hire a DC that he trusts and he believes in, and he will just kind of keep his hand out the cookie jar, so to speak, just to say, like, hey, man, this is all yours. You go run that. I got the offense. Like, you're going to do your thing. So he's going to find a qualified candidate. That part, I think, is definitely going to end up being an upgrade overall. So when we talk about is he an upgrade over Mike Tomlin, from the standpoint of the coordinators, like, he's definitely going to be a better coach than Tomlin with the guys he brings in to be his coordinators. I mean, the defensive coordinator is going to be miles better than what we had with Terrell Austin.
What do you think of him calling plays on offense? What do you think it should be him? Do you think he should bring somebody in to do that? Or,
I mean, his offenses have done really well over the years. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I know there's some people who are like, okay, the head coach should be a CEO and they should run the offense, or not run the offense, but they should be running the entire team. But if you have a really, really competent guy at defensive coordinator, do you really need to be like babysitting him as a head coach? Like, do you need to babysit him? Like, could you just say, hey, man, like, I know there's some young guys that are being tied to him too, but let's say he brings in Jim Shorts as an example, or a Raheem Morris or somebody who's established. Basically, that guy just needs to say, hey, we need to throw a challenge flag out. The rest of this I got. I need to tell you when we need to challenge a call from the defensive side of the ball. So, like, if he wants to work with, whoever, we'll get to the quarterback stuff later, but if he's going to work with whoever the quarterback is and say, hey, what did you see on the field? Here's what I was calling. Here's what I was seeing as the play caller, and they do their thing on the sideline. Like, does he really need to be there watching and running the show? I don't think he does. How many of those guys call plays and head coach now? I mean, there's a lot of them around the league at this point. So it's not like it's kind of the rarity that it used to be where only a couple of guys did it. But I mean, Andy Reid has been doing this for years. Shanahan's been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm.
McVay has kind of taken a step back, but he had done it for a while.
I think LaFleur does it too.
Yeah, LaFleur, KOC. So many of these new age guys who are innovative with offensive minds, like they do this all the time. And they all have a DC that they trust.
Bob
they all have a
DC
they trust.
Because he said, McCarthy made the comment, I'll never do that again. When it came to giving
about calling plays.
Yeah.
Or he won't give it up.
Yeah, he won't give it up. He said, never again.
I don't blame him. He did well, I think. I mean, calling plays. So I don't see why you would give it up.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad coach as far as being an offensive mind.
No, I don't. That's not it for me. It just isn't.
No.
It's the overall of, is this guy going to be more old school with less coaches, not having the things that these young guys dial up nowadays on offense? I mean, watch those games yesterday. It's night and day to what we've been seeing with the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you watch his offenses, you're like, wow. But so if he can get us to that, then okay.
Yeah. So
Trust me, I want to be wrong. I really do. Like, I'd love to be proven wrong.
well, me too, for sure. I mean, I'm still down on this whole thing, but I mean, I just think we needed a reset as a franchise, and this doesn't feel like a reset.
No,
Um,
that's my worry too.
yeah. I mean, Vaughn, the OC is still going to have a fingerprint in the offense, and they're going to be there to kind of watch and help. And they drop the game plan through the week. Like, they do a lot of stuff that doesn't happen on game day, but the head coach can still call plays.
Right. The OC is going to develop these guys.
Yeah, they're going to be working with
that's
the
the
offense.
importance. That's the importance of the OC, is how well he can develop these players. That's what's important too.
Yeah. The other 5 days of the week, the OC's job is just the same.
Somber, great question. They've been mum on this. I haven't heard a word from one player at all. To me, that speaks very loud. Well, one, we know they're upset because Tomlin's gone.
Yes. I mean, there's probably, I don't know. That is a good question. I would say that in part they're going to wait for the press conference. They know how the game, even though we haven't hired a guy in 19 years, like, they kind of know how the game works. Like, you wait until it's official, the press conference is there, he's officially announced as the coach, and then you probably hear the players start to talk about it. You're probably, if you're McCarthy, he's probably already had conversations with Cam Hayward and TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. He's had conversations with the veterans. And he's going to try to go in and get their buy-in immediately, because if you don't have the buy-in of those guys, and Patrick Queen, he wears the green dot for the defense. Like, he's talking to the guys who are the veterans on this team. And he's going to try to get their buy-in first, and then the rest of the guys will follow suit. That's your leaders.
I like this comment from Pun. The OC will be about as influential as Eric Bieniemy was under Andy Reid. Sounds about right.
Yeah. And that's true. But like I said, you don't see those guys on game day having a huge influence. But make no mistake about it, they run the practices and offensive side of the football through the week. So, like, when you talk about how they're the ones going through game film, they're the ones going through, and designing, like, hey, this defense likes to do this, I think we should attack it this way. Like, they have still a lot to do with.
Yeah. Just because they don't call plays on the sideline doesn't mean they don't have a huge impact. They have a huge impact.
They do, absolutely. And I mean, think about it. Bieniemy was with Andy Reid for quite a while. I mean, it wasn't like it was a 2-year deal with him. Like, he was there for a while, and Andy Reid really trusted and believed in him, even though Andy Reid called the plays. So I there's still value in an offensive coordinator, even though your head coach calls plays, in my opinion.
Dresden, who gives a shit about Hayward and Watt buying in? Well, they're the leaders of the team, so kind of a big deal.
As of right now, that's your guys that pretty much keep everybody else in line in the locker room. So I think that's probably something to talk about. Do you want to talk about the Rooney comments? Because you had that.
Yeah, I got it here on my phone. I can read some of this stuff that he said, the bullshit, as I like to call it. Let's see. First one. Let's go with, we're really not worried about winning the initial press conference. It's about picking the coach we believe will help us win games. And social media really doesn't enter into it. I'm sorry. And none of that will matter once we're starting to play games. The message for our fans is we're very excited. We think we have a coach who is well equipped to lead us into the next winning phase of Steelers football, and that's what it's all about. I think they're going to love Coach Mike. That's the first part. Second part, this is him talking about McCarthy, I believe. He is someone who has a longer track record than many of the other candidates. A winning track record, said Rooney. He's been a winner everywhere he's been. Probably just as important for our purposes. The quarterbacks that he's worked with have all been very successful. So he has a proven track record of developing top flight quarterbacks. Those are the things that maybe stick out the most. And then the third thing was, we wound up bringing in 3 guys for in-person interviews, Brian Flores, Mike McCarthy, and Anthony Weaver. And then we sat down and talked about whether we had our man or if we wanted to bring in more people for in-person interviews, said Rooney. We decided that Mike was the man for the job, and so we went ahead and offered him the job on Saturday. So, yeah.
The same way he says we're going to cast a wide net, brings in 3 fucking guys for in-person
Wide
interviews.
Wide net.
Wide nets.
Wide net.
And then hires the guy that they were planning on hiring from fucking day one after all.
Yeah. And now we're at damage control that the young, very impressive coordinators suck in interviews. Sure.
Good Lord, dude.
Dresden. Fredo spit in everyone's face and told us we love it. Fuck this guy. That's great.
And Summers telling you to read it with enthusiasm. Again, like, is he a quarterback whisperer? Is he a guy who develops quarterbacks? Like, I don't know. I mean, Alex Smith wasn't good in the beginning part of his career. He got better as his career went on. And honestly, he wasn't there when Alex Smith got better.
Shit with the 49ers. Didn't they trade him to the Chiefs?
Yes.
So, like,
he wasn't good until he got with Andy Reid. It had nothing to do with Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You had Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is foolproof. I mean, that dude was foolproof. That's the same as like saying I got Tom Brady and I developed that fucking guy.
Yeah.
I mean, get the fuck out of here, dude. Some of these guys are just foolproof. You can't fuck up. And like,
couldn't I argue that Dak did his best season till now, though? Couldn't we argue Dak's best season wasn't until this? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's done well, but like this season, he did really well. Yeah. So,
I don't know. I think he's a fine offensive coach. I think he's above average as an offensive coach in the NFL. I don't think he's on the same level of some of these guys that are.
He is coming.
Oh, good God!
Third Mason Rudolph.
No. All right, let's bring that whole thing up. Apparently, in that discussion in the hiring process was about Will Howard.
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy likes Will Howard, and they drafted Will Howard, and they want Will Howard. They see something in Will Howard, apparently, according to this organization. I mean, Skylar Thompson. Like, are you buying any of that? Did he really see something? I mean, maybe Gruden and McCarthy were hanging out in the same bar one night and said Will Howard's the next Josh Allen. Who fucking knows?
I have no idea if this is like really true or not. I don't know. Maybe he told them that to like, I don't know, man. I really don't. Now, like, trust me, I would like to see I get a shot. And if he's willing to give him a shot, then fine with me. Because here's the thing, and I've been telling Dave this too. The reason, it's not just because, like, with Will Howard, for me, it's going to be black or white. He's either going to be good and they have a great season, or he's going to suck and they're going to go like 5-12 and be primed for that 27 draft. That's why. Like, I don't want to bring Aaron back to go 10-7, get destroyed in the playoffs. We're back to the 20-something pick. I want it to be Will Howard because of the fact if they do find something with him, and it's very rare that a 6th-round pick is anything, but if he is, then he got lucky. Or he sucks, and they do have a really bad record, and then they have the reset they've needed for how many years now? That's why I'm not like in love with Will Howard. It's right. A joke mostly for me. but I would like to see the kid get a chance before the fact that he technically is a dual threat QB.
Mhm.
And so I do want, because that's another thing I'm tired of too. I'd like to see a dual threat QB get a shot with this team to see
Instead of a guy
what
who's
they can do
years old and
instead of an old man that
who can't move.
who can't move in the
He
pocket.
barely outran a 340-pound defensive tackle to the fucking pylon against Baltimore.
Correct.
I
So
mean, come on.
that's my thing. My thing is I feel like with Will Howard, it'll be black and white. There will be no 10-7. There will be no 9-8. It will be either they do very well and go like 12 and something and make a run, or they'll go 5-12 and be primed for that 27 draft. Because that's I don't know how to put this. I care about the 26th season, but I also don't care. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh no.
I really fucking care about the 27 draft. I said it today. I tweeted today. I wish we could just skip to the 27 draft and see what happens. But
this
we can't.
This
So
should have been the rebuild year that we've been desperately needing, because you have 12 draft picks and you have an opportunity to reset the franchise, and that's why the coaching choice stings so badly. Because if you'd have went young with the coach would have bought into and probably got some of the front office guys to buy into, like, hey, if we do this, which we'll get into some of the cut candidates here in a little bit, but like if we go this route with some of these things, here's how we rebuild this thing to win. So like a lot of times when you interview for your job, they're talking about like either a 30, 60, 90-day plan, or like where do you see this in 5 years, or whatever it may be.
yeah.
We just looked at, hey, what do you see in 2026? That's what this hire felt like. How do you see this team in 2026? How do you continue to win as we try to approach the Super Bowl? We're not even close to a Super Bowl, and Aaron Rodgers isn't going to bring that. I mean,
No.
we just watched that. I mean, he did not stand a chance against the Houston Texans defense, and he could not escape any of the pressure. And honestly, there were many teams that didn't rush the quarterback that well, that looked better at rushing the quarterback because he was not mobile at all.
I feel like in a lot of these seasons, they are protected from what reality is. We have a couple games where they flash, but it's probably against a team that's not that great, or the matchup's right. But see, when you get in the playoffs, you can't escape these teams you're facing. Most of these teams have both a good offense, a good defense, a good special teams. You're going to get exposed. You can't hide. And that was the perfect example this season. Was our offense was not that good. It wasn't. But then we would face teams like, say, the Lions, right? Oh, the Lions are supposed to be this really good team, right? Oh, look what we did. We put up but the Lions weren't that good. They were not that good.
Turns out they weren't.
So
we all bought into it at the time too.
I did. Yeah, absolutely.
I was right there with you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it fooled me too. Like, so you're thinking, oh my gosh, this team might be actually really good. But then you get in the playoffs, you face a team like the Texans, who've got the top defense or one of the top defenses in the league, and you get fucking smoked because you got exposed. You can't hide no more. You're gonna sink or you're gonna swim with that offense, and they sunk.
Yeah.
So I'm tired of this. I want it to be where I know we're going to go into the playoffs and we're going to fucking compete, or at least not get smoked. Yep. All these games in the playoffs, with the exception of the 49ers and Seahawks game and the Steelers and Texans game, were all really good within 4 points of each other.
Yeah. Down to the wire.
It was an excellent games, all close with the exception of the two mentioned. And it's like, I want that, man. Give me that. I want to see my team go in there and have classic games, not get embarrassed. 7 years straight of getting the shit kicked out of us? I mean, it's just ridiculous at this point. Tired of it. Like, just if McCarthy can make it where we're actually competing in these games and just winning a couple of these games, give us actual real hope, then he's doing better than Tomlin.
I'll be interested to see. So obviously the breakup between he and Aaron, when Aaron basically helped get McCarthy fired from Green Bay. I mean, he was pushing for it. Allegedly, those two have kind of come back together and have a solid relationship at this point. But does McCarthy really want Aaron back in the fold at this point? Like, I mean, he's always had. I mean, think about the guys on the list that we named of these quarterbacks. They're more mobile quarterbacks. Like, none of them were statues.
I'm just going to be blunt. I don't give a fuck if they're best friends now. I don't want Aaron back in the building.
I don't either. I'm just saying, but McCarthy being an offensive guy, would he want a statue of a quarterback who can't move at all back there? Or would he want the guys that can get out of the pocket and he can do rollouts with and you can move the line of scrimmage around?
Maybe that's why he's kind of promoting Howard. Maybe that's his move. Maybe he's trying to convince him, hey, we don't got to keep going back to the old man. Like, we can give this kid a shot.
Yeah. I just think that, like, I mean, my hope is even if we didn't get the coach that we wanted, that we at least continue to move the franchise in the direction we should move in, which is get younger quarterback, get some mobility back there. Because, I mean, if you watch today's NFL, I mean, how many of these statue quarterbacks are successful? They all run now. All of them run. And it opens up so much more in the playbook. And even when a play breaks down and there's nowhere to go with the ball, how many times do these quarterbacks use their legs just to make it third and manageable? Or do they pick up a first down on a third down scramble? Or, you know what I mean? Like, instead of, like, Aaron sitting back there and there's nowhere to go with the ball, and now we're in 3rd and 15 because he took a sack. You know, you see these other guys like Jordan Love, like we saw with Drake May this weekend. Dude, they get out of the pocket and they run. I mean, hell, even Matthew Stafford picked up a first down on a fucking third.
Defenses were getting so exposed with that. Like, they would drop back and, I mean, just leave that whole intermediate area open, and the quarterback would be like, thank you. And it was multiple QBs these games. Like, it was, yeah. That's why I want a dual threat QB, because the things you can dial up. They get another wide receiver plus a dual threat QB. I want it, and if McCarthy's legit and brings in legit people, yeah, they could do some things.
Yeah. Do you have the QB poll pulled up from the page, from the X page? Do you have the poll?
Which QB poll? I don't know which one. Yeah. Yeah. I misheard you. I can bring it up. So,
because I feel like the chat's going to go crazy when we start into the next conversation. So I'm going to try to get this one out of the way here.
Yeah, it's loading.
I feel like it's going to take up the rest of our show once we get into it.
The poll? You think it's going to take up the?
No. The next section of it.
Okay.
The cut candidates are perfect.
Okay. So, ran a poll, said, who do you want to be the 26th starting QB for the Steelers? I listed free agents, draft pick, Howard, or Rudolph. Howard wins with 77% of the vote. Second was free agent with 15%, draft pick with 8%, and Rudolph with 0.
Which is hilarious because prior to this season, he would have had votes. I mean, you had some Rudolph diehards that were still out there.
So, look, over 3/4 voted for Howard.
I don't see a downside to starting a young quarterback and just seeing what happens. You know what you have. I could say the same thing about Mason and Aaron Rodgers. We've seen enough of Mason to know who he is, right? We know what we're going to get from him in this season if he plays. We just saw a full season of Aaron Rodgers, and he was a second year removed from the Achilles tear. Mm-hmm. So it's not getting better from there. Like he's fully recovered at that point. You know what you're going to get from him at this point. Why not go with a younger quarterback, whether it is Will Howard or whether it is a guy, if they go after Malik Willis? Is he the franchise? Nobody knows if that kid's the franchise quarterback or if he'll ever be a franchise quarterback.
Right.
But what the hell's the problem with at least giving it a shot? I mean, we brought in Justin Fields, who the NFL wrote off. He had 6 okay performances and got wins and found ways to move the ball, and his athletic ability definitely helped.
And if we have the QB whisperer now as the head coach, he could do some magic here with Willis, right?
Right. I mean, I don't know. I just like, I don't see why you run it back with another quarterback who you already know what they are at this point. Like, just give it to a young guy. Either they fall on their face and we get the draft pick that we've wanted this entire goddamn time anyway, in a class littered with quarterbacks. This isn't the class with quarterbacks. Do you think they're going to draft a quarterback in this class?
Day 3, I think so.
Okay. I'm okay if you take a swing at the day 3 guy, as long as it's a guy that has a little bit of upside. I mean, I'm not going after Ty Simpson in this draft. I'm not taking a shot on Trinidad Chambliss in this draft. I know a lot of people loved him based on what he did in this play, but I'm telling you, wait till this kid measures in, if he even comes out at this point. But if you go after a guy who's got some measurables in the day 3 of this draft, like, okay, that's a throwaway pick. Yeah. And if it hits, it hits. Great. But if it doesn't hit, you're not losing a lot.
I'm not tempted. I'm wondering if they'll take one in the 3rd because they have 3 third-round picks. That's what I'm wondering if they'll do. Like, say like something crazy happens, or say, what if, I don't even know if I want to say it's crazy. What if Simpson falls to the 3rd round? I don't think some think he won't make it out of the 1st, but just in general, like if him or a Chambliss or one of those guys would fall to the 3rd round, I could possibly see them take one because they have 3 picks in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
And then they got 2, I think, in the 4th round. But yeah, I mean, if they want to take, I think Dresden brought up Taylor Green. You want to take a shot at one of those dual threat guys on day 3, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to be I just think there's too many needs on the team now, and there's going to be more needs.
Yeah, what Somber said there. I was going to click on it right there. I agree with this.
Yes.
I don't think they should either, but we'll see.
I think that, so number one, I think Ty Simpson could fall. If he does not do well in the combine, he could fall. And I think he will do fine in the combine because he's a pretty accurate quarterback. But he definitely could fall. Chambliss, I'm not nearly as high on him as everybody else is. Everybody saw the playoff run and they think he's like the second coming.
Well,
but he's gonna end up measuring it at like 5'11", and he's gonna be like 190 pounds. And that's not a quarterback in the NFL.
My problem with Chambliss is that nobody knew this kid until recently. Nobody was talking about this kid. Now all of a sudden, not mentioning any names, we want to take him early out of nowhere, like
in the 1st round. There's a lot of people want him in the 1st.
And this is his 1st year against real competition too. 1-year wonders is dangerous as fuck. Have we not learned our lesson? Like, that's why I'm not one to take Simpson in the 1st round or some shit like that, or Chambliss. Like, dude, these 1-year guys, I don't want nothing to do with them. That's just my opinion. But I'm wary of that shit now.
Yeah. I just think that, like, this is the year you have to have a reset. This was the entire point of Tomlin walking away at this point anyway, whether it was forced or not. Thank you, pun. He does not play well out of structure. I can just tell you that. Chambliss does not play well in structure. And there's a lot of these quarterbacks that all have flaws in this class. I mean, I've been on record that I don't even think Mendoza is a number 1 overall pick. He's just a number 1 overall pick because this class is so bad. There is nobody else. He's competent. He'll be fine. He'll do well. He'll be a starting quarterback in the league. But is he a number 1 overall pick? I don't know.
I mean, 41 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in a whole season is pretty impressive, Trent. Like, he's got the height, the build's fine, tough, makes the throws. Like, I'm not saying he's like amazing, you know what I'm saying? But like, in the same breath, yeah, he's the guy, and I think he'll have a good career.
Yeah. Like I said,
like
I called him Kirk Cousins. I just, and that's fine. Like Kirk Cousins had a really good career.
Right. I don't think that's that bad of a comp. Like to say
that's not a knock. That's not a knock on the guy. It is what it is.
I like the Goff comparison. I thought that was a good.
I see that
too. But yeah, I'm fine with a day 3 guy if that's the route they want to go. And wait till the 27 draft when the actual good QB class will be coming through. That's what I want. So
I wouldn't draft a quarterback until after. Honestly, I don't think I would take a guy before the 5th round. The way that we've been drafting since Omar Khan and Andy Weidl's been involved, we've gotten production out of the first 4 rounds for sure. And in a lot of these drafts, the 5th round guys had a role in the team too. Like, why throw that away on a quarterback that you don't think is going to be a starter long term?
We've been hitting in the 4th round a lot. Like Herbig, Washington, Peyton Wilson, like, dude, just constantly hitting the 4th round. So you're right. They probably would be better to wait.
I would wait. And if you want to take a shot, if Drew Aller falls at that point and you want to take a shot on that guy, like I'm fine with that. Taylor Green, he has the measurables. He needs some mechanic work, and he didn't get that at Arkansas at all.
Wildly inaccurate. Very inaccurate.
Yes. If you want to take a shot at a guy like that, Tyrone is bringing up, and I know Sombers brought him up too. Sawyer Robertson. If you want to take a shot on a guy like that and see if McCarthy really is this guy who can be a quarterback whisperer, they have some tools. Like they have tools to work with. Like see if he really could turn a guy like that around. Or hell, Will Howard. Like just roll him out there and let's go with it.
Yeah,
that's just I don't know.
Yeah, you already got your day 3 guy in Will Howard, so you can either not draft any or take a day 3 guy, or bring Skylar Thompson back if you want. I don't give a fuck.
He answered his own question. I don't know. I don't think Aller is an answer either. Just for the record,
big pun's right though. Big pun's right. This should be the goal. Oh shit! You clicked on Freddie. That should be the goal right there.
That should be round 1. That should be round 1.
What did we find out? If you want to get into the whole.
Oh, let's go down that road.
Yeah.
So you did some digging on this, and you found some interesting information here.
Yeah. So under McCarthy, he's drafted 19 wide receivers. Not one of them was in the 1st round. He has never drafted a wide receiver in the 1st round. He's drafted, what did we say, 4 in the 2nd round? And then the rest of them are after that. So, my guy doesn't go after wide receivers in the 1st round. So, or doesn't demand it at least or push for it. So, that kind of worries me a little bit that he may not go for one or may not push to get one. Do you want to hear the names of all the wide receivers he's drafted?
Roll through it.
All right. Jamon Moore, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I can tell you the rounds too. Jamon Moore was drafted in the 4th. MVS was drafted in the 5th. Equanimus St. Brown in the 6th. D'Angelo Yancey in the 5th. Malachi Dupree in the 7th. Traver Davis in the 7th. Ty Montgomery in the 3rd. Devontae Adams in the 2nd. Jared Braderis in the 5th. Jeff Janis in the 7th. Charles Johnson in the 7th. Kevin Dorsey in the 7th. Randall Cobb in the 2nd. Jordy Nelson in the 2nd. Brett Swain in the 7th round. James Jones in the 3rd. David Clowney in the 5th. Greg Jennings in the 2nd. And Corey Rogers in the 4th. So,
to be fair to him, all of those 2nd round picks hit.
Yeah.
Big hits.
He did hit. So he seems to find one. He's even got like I thought James Jones wasn't a bad wide receiver. Was he a big time wide receiver? No.
Yeah, he was a good receiver in the league for a long time.
Ty Montgomery wasn't bad either, was he? Another 3rd round.
No, he ended up transitioning into running back, and he
running back, right? I thought that was the guy. I thought that was him.
Yeah, he had most of his success, I would say, as a running back, but he kind of like he was kind of Aaron Jones before Aaron Jones came along for that offense. They used him a lot of different ways.
So
I mean, Nelson, Jennings, Cobb, Adams. That's pretty fucking good success rate. You're 4 for 4 in the second round.
yeah. So yeah, that was what I looked up as far as the 19 wide receivers that he has drafted or been involved in.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely hitting, and even MVS was a solid player for them for a little while. Equanimous St. Brown. He's actually Amon Ra's brother. He had a cup 1 or 2 good years for the Packers, and then kind of relegated to practice squads, and then he was out of the league. But like, not total misses for some of those guys, even the late round guys.
By the way, just I'm actually back on the page itself. 17 out of the 19 were all they were all 6 feet tall at least. There's only 2 he drafted out of the 19 that were under 6 feet tall. What else? Let's
So
see.
what you're saying is Bob won't have to bitch about the 5'7" guys who weigh 112 pounds.
No, it sounds like he targets the tall guys. He doesn't have any interest in the shorter guys. The weight range was between 188 and 221 pounds with an average weight of 204.
That's good.
So
He has an archetype then, for sure.
yeah, it says here, it's true that the West Coast offense requires a wide receivers who can create quick separation. The overall group speed averaged out at about 4.48 seconds in the 40-yard dash, with only 3 of the 19 running a 4.3.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. All right, so Vaughn's bringing up CA3. Pack your shit. You want to start talking about some other guys that might be packing their shit here?
Yeah. I mean, you wanted to get into possible guys that might get cut, right?
Possible cut candidates. Who are some guys that you could see on this roster who could be some possible cut candidates?
Do you want to pay Janu Smith $10.8 million?
No. He is the fucking front runner of the cut candidates, okay? He's absolutely pack your bags now. I think Amar Khan needs to go straight to Jonu and tell him the same thing he told the coordinators. Hey, you guys really go ahead and fucking pack your offices up. Johnny, we're going to need you to go get your shit out of your locker because it ain't your fucking locker anymore.
Do you want to pay Patrick Queen $17.1 million?
I'm glad that you brought that up because no, the fuck I don't want to pay him. I don't at all. So I saw Charles put this up in the chat earlier. I saved this one. PQ probably gone. I totally agree with him. So here's the thing. PQ, there's such a love-hate with PQ. He is like to me, he is like the bad version of Ryan Shazier. Because he has the speed, he has the athletic ability, he can get there. But even when Shazier missed the tackles, which he missed a lot of tackles too, he missed because he had no fucking business being there.
Yeah.
Patrick Queen misses tackles in the hole. Like,
right.
You're one-on-one with the running back in the hole, and you're just missing tackles.
Bad misses.
He misses blatant misses tackles, and that drives me absolutely crazy, and I can't stand that. So I just I think Patrick Queen has to go, in my opinion.
I got another one for you. Do you want to? This pains me. Do you want to pay Jalen Ramsey $17.2 million to be safety?
No, and he will not restructure under what I think it's going to take for him to be a free safety here. So I looked, and I should have looked at this before we jumped into this. In my opinion, I think he has to go down to about $8 million to be even remotely in the conversation to be worth paying.
That. He ain't doing that, brother.
I don't think so either. So I think he's gone.
Let's see here. I mean, obviously, $42 million for Watt is rough, but I don't think they're going to cut him.
No, you can't. You're going to lose your ass.
They're not going to cut. They're not going to cut DK. Mason Rudolph, $4.6 million.
I'd cut him.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going to do what we want to do and try to rebuild.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking here. Like the rest of these guys is
Pun Samalu's already a free agent.
Yeah, Sam is a free
Cut
agent.
him.
Pun. And he can go. I wouldn't bring him back.
Malik Harrison, he's on Sombra's list here.
Oh, okay, yeah,
okay.
Damn it, I had it too. Let me find it. Malik Harrison, $6.7 million. I didn't realize they were paying him that much.
Bye.
Yeah,
you were Noah Landon Roberts, bud. I'm sorry. We fucked up not bringing. I'm still salty about that. I'm going to be salty about that for a while.
I'm guilty as charged. I was okay with it. Now I was wrong. Like I
was
wish they wouldn't.
salty as hell. I love D-Rob. But yeah, Malik is not worth that contract. Cole Holcomb. Now he did restructure. His cap hit wasn't, but he barely played this year.
Right.
And honestly,
trying to find it.
I feel like you can get out of Carson Bruner what we got out of Cole Holcomb this year. I know he's not like experienced the way that Holcomb is, but I'd be fine with letting Holcomb go as well.
Trying to find him. I don't even see him on here. How much is he playing for?
I can't remember how they did that restructure.
Yeah, they restructured to lower the price pretty good. I thought
it was pretty low. Let me see if I can try to find it real quick.
I'm not even seeing him on here, dude. Like how far down the list is he?
I didn't even have him on the roster. I think he's a free agent also.
I was gonna say I think he's a free agent. He's not.
I didn't have him on my depth chart.
I have free agents.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
He is right here. $6 million he made. So yeah, he's not coming back. So yeah, I mean, is there anybody? I mean, like, dude, TJ's $42 million. He's got the biggest cap hit. DK $31 million. Alex Highsmith $20.1. Cam $19.1. Then Ramsey, Queen, Freiermuth, then Janu.
Anybody else?
So obviously, Janu's got to go. There's just no fucking way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anybody else that really.
Connor's a free agent too. I'm trying to look through some of the stuff I missed in the chat here. Yeah, Connor's going to be a free agent after the season too. So I don't. Yeah. And with a new coach, I don't think they're going to bring him back.
Probably not.
Project Jones is not getting cut.
Who?
You're not cutting a first round pick. Broderick Jones.
They won't cut him. Mm-mm.
I can't see that one.
Now, they might not do his 5th-year option.
That I agree with.
That I could see. But, yeah. I think that's it, brother. I don't really see anybody else that would be that worth cutting, really.
I didn't think there was anybody else.
No.
Really. There's so many. Like Connor's getting so much. Connor doesn't have to get cut though, Somber. He's a free agent. Do you think he's going to get a contract?
Well, I look with the Steelers. You just don't fucking know.
Yeah, he's good at special teams, and I'll be honest with you. As a fullback, he played better as the year went on. But I think you could probably get a guy who does that role better than Connor.
I'd rather get a guy that's his job, is to be a fullback.
Me too.
Period. And they had a guy. They had that one guy, but they never gave him a shot. I can't remember his name, but yeah. So
they had the one dude who retired in the middle of camp. Remember that? They picked him up as a UDFA, and he retired in camp like day one.
Yeah, I vaguely remember something about that.
I forget where he's from, North Dakota State or something like that. He had the mullet. All I remember is he was the mullet guy.
Pay JPJ? Yes, absolutely.
I would definitely pay JPJ.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, pun. Killeberg?
He's
a free agent too.
Ooh. Coming off an ACL tear, correct? Was it ACL?
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd bring him back or not with the new regime. I don't know.
He's a damn good special team player, but he's on the other side of 30 now, right? I think he's a little over it. Is he 31?
Skoranek turned into him. Skoronek's like the new Kilbrew.
Skoronek's an ace.
He is. So right now, Skoronek's my favorite wide receiver on the roster,
including DK.
Yeah. DK dropped a couple. With that drop.
Oh yes, Somber. Yes, he was not actually. He's not the one who retired, but DJ Thomas Jones was on the. He was on there this season, and they got him.
Yeah. Yep.
He was from like Arkansas State or something, I think.
But
I forgot about that. Dude.
Yeah. Skorenek right now is my guy. I like Skorenek.
All right, you've brought this up in the past. I'm gonna let you start with this one. What's Roman Wilson's role now? We've got Mike McCarthy in the building. Mike Tomlin is not here to put him in the doghouse anymore.
It's going to be clean slate as long as Aaron doesn't come back. If Aaron comes back, they're probably going to trade him. But I think if Aaron doesn't come back, he's going to get a shot. Now, mind you, they're going to have to buy him 3 tutors because he's going to have to learn a new playbook. So I don't know if they're going to get him on Rosetta Stone or one of those programs to help him understand the playbook. But yeah, that'll be the only thing.
I don't think he's getting cut either. I think with McCarthy, he's a shade under that 6 foot mark that McCarthy covets, but he's definitely put weight on.
That's a good point, though.
185. He's probably pushing 190 now, weight wise. So he's in that category. If they keep the biggest mistake we made, and I said this from day fucking one, they tried to make this kid a Z receiver, and he's not a Z receiver. He's just not. Everybody, and I mean, Colin brought up like the measurables to AB, like they're very similar body types. He's not fucking AB. That's the problem.
No.
Like he does not play anything like AB. He does not play big. He's a good
slot
blocker.
Guy, right?
He is a slot receiver in the NFL. And honestly, if he wants to hang around, he better learn to catch some fucking punts because your role on the team is going to be dependent on playing some special teams. And he didn't do that this year. That's why he wasn't getting a hat a lot. Not only was he in the doghouse, but he gave no special teams value. So what exactly did he do? He was a freak as far as the way he could run downfield. 4.39 speed.
Speaking of doghouse, someone asked if Caleb Johnson would get cut.
I saw that. I was getting ready to put it up, and I missed it. It's right there.
No, I mean he just got done this rookie season. I don't know if anything. Maybe McCarthy tries to give him a shot as the number 2. Oh, do you think they bring Gainwell back, or you think that my theory of KJ gets the number 2 spot a chance at it?
I think he's going to get a shot. If Aaron is back in the fold, he's going to probably try to demand that Gainwell's back too. I think Gainwell priced himself out of Pittsburgh. You're not paying 2 starting running back salaries, and we paid Jalen Warren. You can't pay Gainwell 2 on top of it. I know we don't spend a lot of money on offense, and I know we need to spend some money on offense. But Jesus Christ, you can't pay 2 goddamn running backs in a league that just doesn't pay running backs anymore. Like, that's just stupid. You drafted a rookie because you believe that the rookie had some talent.
You're right.
Go play him.
I think you're right when you say that Gainwell outpriced himself here. I think you're right. I think he's going to chase the money, and I don't blame him. Now's the time to strike while the iron's hot or whatever.
Yes.
Like, yeah, dude, go get paid because after what you did, yep. Or could he follow Aaron? If Aaron goes somewhere where they could use another running back.
If he goes to the Vikings, if Aaron goes to the Vikings, Kenneth Gainwell would pair so well with Madison.
Mm-hmm. Because
Pace back, Madison's
Aaron
the bigger
Jones.
back.
Aaron Jones is gone, right? I think Aaron Jones is a free agent.
I think this was his free agent year. I'd have to look it up. But man, Kenneth Gainwell in that offense with the receivers and the tight end that they have.
Yeah. Could do some damage. Mhm.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know that this is going to happen, but it wouldn't surprise me if Kenny Gainwell gets $8 million this year.
I can see it.
I mean, based on the receptions that he had,
Right.
led our team in receptions, the yardage he had, both receiving and running touchdowns. He priced himself out of Pittsburgh.
He was in that second tier of dual threat running backs. He really was. Like when you know talking about, like, you got your Robinsons, you got your McCaffreys, you got those guys.
Yes.
But then that second tier of guys that could run the ball well, plus catch it out of the backfield and do massive damage receiving. That was him.
Yeah. He proved me wrong throughout the season. I thought he was a product of Philly. He proved very much that he was not a product of Philly.
No.
He was a damn good player.
He was legit. I underestimated him. I did not imagine him doing that well. I didn't. Admittedly.
Vaughn says AJ to Pittsburgh. I don't think there's any fucking chance AJ Brown's coming to Pittsburgh.
No. Doubt it. He's too much of a distraction. They just got rid of one.
I think AJ Brown ends up in New England. And
Really?
he behaves. That's where he's gonna end up, because they're gonna throw the farm out. This team's got to the Super Bowl with a young stud quarterback. You don't think they're gonna try to go get a stud receiver with him? And now I'll say
Can
this.
I just say I hate that fucking organization?
Oh, Aaron Jones. Yeah, Vaughn said Aaron Jones, not AJ Brown. Sorry.
Oh.
I misinterpreted what you were saying. Aaron Jones to Pittsburgh. Hey, he's past his prime. He's done. He's cooked. Go get a young running back in the 5th round to replace.
Well, is there any McCarthy connection with anybody like that we just not looking at that could maybe come to Pittsburgh?
Well, Aaron Jones did play for McCarthy
in Green Bay, right? Yeah,
in Green Bay. So there's that.
I forgot. Okay, yeah.
And I'm guessing that's why Vaughn's bringing that up. So
yeah, it's good call, Vaughn.
Running back wise, I think you get a guy in a later round, and I think you're fine, because honestly, as well as Gainwell did this year on third downs, Jaylen Warren is a very fucking good third down back, and we gave him no third down opportunities this year. And the way that kid breaks tackles and stuff, like, why wouldn't you want to give him those chances when we need a play? He needs to be on the field, and you need to have a running back, and whether it's Caleb Johnson or whether you draft a kid who could be that guy who gives a change of pace and is successful, like, you need to alternate those two guys, and Jaylen needs to be playing more third downs. You're paying him starting running back money. Play him like a starting running back.
Yeah, I know. I wish that those fumbles, man. Well, that was Tomlin though, so things are different now. So,
yeah, and he didn't lose a lot of fumbles this year. Last couple of years, he held the ball.
Yeah, but when he does, though, Tomlin, I swear, puts him in the doghouse every single time.
Yeah. JPJ, we already talked about, but Herbig.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Herbig.
I think you have to trade TJ.
Right.
You're gonna get Herbig.
You can't do 3 edge rushers with big contracts. You just can't.
No.
And mind you, this is an offensive-minded coach now. Things might be changing. Or, man, you know, I don't. This could change a lot, bro. Because now there's not going to be this whole we got to have the most expensive defense in the fucking league shit. That's gone, right? In theory.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, because, like, they're not going to pay 3 edge rushers that kind of money.
Right.
But they're also not going to be able to get rid of TJ with that fucking contract. Nobody's going to take on $42 million fucking dollars. So
you're going to take way less than market value for TJ.
Yeah,
you're
going to give him up for like a fucking a 3rd or 4th rounder, and you're going to pay half the fucking contract. You're going to pay half that $42 million. You're going to have to.
You're eating part of it. There's no doubt.
There's no doubt. So
it's just a matter of what you want to do. And again, if you get a competent DC in here, I don't think he will, but would TJ bounce back? if you don't allow the guy to get double teamed and chipped 40 times more than the next closest guy, does he start to bounce back because he's not getting beat to shit every game? I don't think so. But I mean,
I don't
know.
know. I think we're done seeing that elite play from him. I think that's done.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I
Tyron,
think
I'm fine paying this though. I'm fine
Yeah.
paying.
for JPJ,
JPJ, the way he played this year, knocked the penalties all the way down, and the dude still hasn't fucking given up a touchdown.
and was locked down.
Give him the bag.
So
I don't know. They do know the trick. They figured it out. The dip and rip for TJ Watt. I feel like there was another one. Oh, Pierre. You don't have to cut him because he's a free agent. But do you resign him?
Somebody could sweep in and pay him.
He's 31.
Ooh.
30?
Well,
30. So he's older than people think. He's been here for 6 years, but he came in as an older prospect.
Dave's going to have a tough time. He's over 30, but it's a Colbert guy.
Shit.
What's Dave going to want to do? I don't know. That's tough.
I think I would let him walk. I think I would re-sign ASJ.
Trice.
Who? Trice.
He's still on the roster, right? Because he never plays. So
Vance has got to make room for Trice.
I gotta look this up because he's got to be. Where's he?
He's still on the roster next year.
He's gonna make $1.1 million.
Bye.
There ain't no fucking way.
Cut his ass.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
I would pay. I think cornerback wise, I think I would pay ASJ, but I would also sign somebody or not sign, draft somebody.
That's what I was about to say. Let's draft somebody. Let's draft a corner, top 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Let's find that next guy, man. And is ASJ still under contract with us?
No, he's a free agent. He put out a post.
Man, that really sucks.
He put a post out prior to the weekend of 4 pictures of himself in the black and gold, and then also put like the little black and gold little logo on there, and I think it said like he used the hashtag "Here We Go" or something like that, or Steeler Nation or something like that. Oh, Shower's pulling at your heartstrings right now.
Oh, Shower. It's over, bro. I've faced reality. Beanie Bishop will never be a Steeler again. So it is.
And I know some people said that you've already got Eccles as the nickel. Why would you bring ASJ back? ASJ might be a better nickel than Eccles, and you might need to move him inside and move Eccles back outside because he played okay on the outside.
It's a prospect that I would like to have. Like I would like to have that. If we can have him to move him inside or outside, a ball hawk like him, dude. If you have the lockdown corner of JPJ with the ball hawk guy and ASJ plus your draft pick, dude, that could be a great corner group.
Yeah.
So
you have your nickel, your dime package already pretty well established, and then bring in the young rookie who could come in and play on the outside.
Yeah, dude, that'd be pretty good to me. That sounds good to me.
2, I don't think we're drafting 2.
I don't think we'll draft 2.
If Eccles is already under contract, JPJ is already under contract.
Right.
Now you're gonna have to bring somebody back.
Technically, Ramsey's whether you're going to do corner or safety with him. So,
yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, it's not out of the picture, but I don't know that we will. It's possible, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
At least a cornerback and a safety.
Yeah.
Any hope for Dante Kent? I don't know. We never fucking saw him.
Yeah.
I mean, he got hurt
stay healthy.
in training camp, and he never returned. Basically,
right. Stay healthy, and I guess we'll find out.
His 21-day window opened up, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
Richards, we mentioned this earlier, third round to get rid of the salary. Yeah, that's pretty much what we'd have to do.
That's what I say, Richie. It's going to be like a third rounder at best, and paying a shit ton of salary. So I don't know if it's worth it.
What's the Trice thing?
No, with Trice. Oh my, Waitman.
Ooh,
isn't he a free agent?
Yeah, we don't have a punter right now.
That Johnson guy's probably still available.
He probably is. The one that we actually paid money to, and then
the 3-year, whatever, 9-10 million or whatever it was. Yeah,
because Waitman was more consistent in training camp practices, and then he got into the season and
way cheaper.
Got into the season, and he wasn't nearly as good as he was in training camp. Listen, Waitman, I'll say this: Waitman in the cold is fucking garbage. That dude cannot punt in the cold.
Wow.
Like, his worst punts have come when it's cold out. Cleveland, remember Cleveland, not this year, but last year, he had a punt against Cleveland. It went like fucking 25 yards out of bounds. Gave him great field position.
It's pretty bad.
Cost us the game. He had another one that was like 30-something yards this year.
Somber said, bring Johnston home.
Presley
has a rested leg. All right.
Oh, God. I feel like I had something else here. Oh, yeah. I wanted to get to this. I saved this from punt from earlier. This is an interesting question because of the way that Tomlin ran a lot of things here. How much power do you think McCarthy will have in the draft?
So right now I'm really mad at Khan. So I'm going to say some not so nice things right now. And that's he's a fucking puppet. And McCarthy will have a very big say in what he wants.
I think he will too. I think he'll have a lot of say in this. Now, Andy Weidel, I think, still probably, assuming he's still going to be here, Andy Weidel probably is going to create the big board like normal.
As of now, yeah.
As of now.
Guess that's a good sign. We haven't heard anything with the Falcons with him. So.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked. It brings a lot of things into question with Andy Weidel too if he does not get this job. Because his resume is fucking fantastic.
I know.
Does he just not understand 2 + 2 and how to do math? Like, I'm so curious because the track record he had at Philly and then here and like in past jobs, like he seems like he'd be a guy. It'd be really hard to pass up for a GM job, but he cannot find a GM job to save his fucking life.
Well, his teams get in the playoffs and get the shit kicked out of him. So that hasn't helped him the last couple of years with us. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they're going off of, or maybe they just have a different idea of where they want to take the team than he does or something. It's hard to tell. Maybe he just didn't click with the Falcons. I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I hope whatever happened, he bombed that fucking interview and he stays in Pittsburgh because he's actually a pretty good asset.
Yeah, me too. Bring back AB under house arrest instead of paying him.
Jesus. All right. We've gone a little long here. Do you have anything else for tonight?
No. I think we've covered quite a lot.
The chat took over and basically we just followed along. All right. For everybody in the chat, as always, oh, Jesus Christ. Vaughn's trying to get one more little thing.
First interview, Shula or Shador. God. Let it go. We'll just get this.
Anyway, moving on. The guys in the chat, you guys are fantastic as always. We appreciate all the feedback and the commentary and the questions that you guys have brought forth. So until next time, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we will have a war room tomorrow between me and Bob. We're going to go over some free agent wide receivers, which give you a little hint as to what we might be covering for the draft special on Sunday. Till then, have a good one.
And just like that, I left everything. See ya!